Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. What's good, y'all? Man, we back on this Saturday live, man. What's good? What's cracking? What's up? What's happening? Man, everybody, make sure you hit that like button on your way in and make sure you shout out your city in the chat. I want to see if we still out here representing, man. I want to see who we got in the building, man. I want to see that. Make sure that everybody is here for this good content because we got a lot to discuss, man. We're going to talk about this whole Yo Gotti situation, man. And when I say Yo Gotti situation, I'm talking about, y'all tell me if y'all hear me too, man. Make sure you hear me, man. What up, Philly? I see you, Philly. What up, Philly in the house? What's cracking, Philly? What up, man? What up, DJ Scammer? Dim. What up? Chop. Jamaica, obviously, in the house. What up, Jamaica? What up? We back on it, man. Yeah, a little long layoff, with the whole holidays and everything. But we back to doing our thing. And we got 3 big topics to discuss this afternoon or this evening for some of us, depending on where you at. What up, St. John's? Where's St. John's? Is that an island? New Orleans in the house. What up, New Orleans? Montgomery, Alabama. I see you. St. Louis, Louisiana in the building. Or is that St. Louis, St. Louis, Illinois, or is that St. Louis, Missouri? What up, man? What up, man? C-Dub in the house. What up, C-Dub? Virginia Beach in the house. What up, Virginia Beach? What's up? Atlanta, I almost missed you. What up, Atlanta? What's cracking? Make sure as y'all come in here, y'all hit that like button, man. Hit that like button so we can send out them alerts and get folks up in the building. Virginia Beach in the house. What up, Virginia Beach? Tennessee in the building. We got Chicago in the house. What up, Chicago in the building? It's Chicago. I love saying that. What up, Pittsburgh? Y'all hear me loud and clear? Let me know if it sounds any kind of funny or anything like that, man. Working with a brand new mic. And hopefully it's coming through loud and clear for you. You know what I'm saying? What up, Pittsburgh? What up, Pittsburgh? What up, man? What up? Jamaica in the house. What's up? Cleveland in the house. What's up? Kansas in here. What up, Kansas? Greenville, North Carolina. I see Fort Wayne, Indiana. I see Yay. Oh, what's up? What up? Yay to you as well. Queensbridge. What's up, Queensbridge? What up, man? I'm going to tell you a secret, Queensbridge. Nas is one of my favorite MCs ever, man. I know. A lot of people would be like, man, why would you pick an MC that's so... Nah, man. Skill-wise, that's one of my dudes, man. That's one of my guys. Inglewood, what's up? Is that Inglewood, California, or is that Inglewood, Chicago, man? Let me know, man. What up, Inglewood? Vegas, the 702. I need to go to Vegas. I need to come check y'all out, see what's going on with Vegas a little bit. I done been there back in the day, not even that many years ago, before all this craziness. What up, Oak Cliff? What up? Alabama, the 256. What up, Alabama? I see you, Big Don official. What up, man? Birmingham, Alabama in the building. What up, Birmingham? Everybody, do me a favor right now. If you're in here, make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure we got the likes matching the number of viewers in here, so that way this can get pushed out, and that way, man, we can get full attendance like we used to. You know what I'm saying? Because we back at it, man. Now 713, what's up? Isn't that Houston? That's Houston, right? Birmingham, Alabama. We got Virginia Beach. What up, Virginia Beach? I done been there before. I done stood by the big Neptune statue and all that, man. You know what I mean? Or Poseidon, whatever you want to call it. STL in the building. What's up, STL? What up? Charleston, South Carolina in the building. What's up? Buffalo, New York. What up? Virginia Beach. We got Queensbridge, NYC. What's up? Atlanta in the building. We got the ATL. We got South Central California. The Jungles. What's up, man? Okay, we know all about that, man. Training Day will teach you something. French Toast says ATL in the house. Okay. Virginia Beach. We got Missouri. YR Mookey, my dog. Yo, we going to get to the YR Mookey story. That's the last topic we're going to discuss today. We got 3 things we're going to talk about. Obviously, you can tell by the screen that the first thing we're going to talk about is this Yo Gotti situation, man. We got to talk about this. Yo Gotti just dropped CM10. Big news, big things going on, right? Big business, right? Mansfield, Ohio. Where's Mansfield, Ohio, I wonder, man? What up? What up, Mansfield? Michigan, I guess you repping the whole state, Michigan. Abilene, Texas, salute. What up? Salute to Abilene, man. What up, Birmingham, Alabama? I see you. What up? Witty Gang in the building. Witty Gang in the building. Love from Florida. What up, Florida? Chicago, K-Town, what's up? Indiana, what's up? What up? What up? Yo, thank you. Thank you for attending, man. Hopefully you'll stay for a while and enjoy the festivities, man, because we have a long night planned out for you with plenty of hip-hop topics that should suit your soul and actually have you leaving here feeling good about your knowledge of the hip-hop game and what's going on currently. Indiana, what up? Chicago, K-Town, what's up, man? All right, K-Town used to be crazy, yo. You know what I mean? I don't know if it still is. You know, I don't hear many stories coming out of there, you know? Dallas, what up? What up, Dallas, man? That's one of my biggest markets, man. What up, Nashville? Nashville, Tennessee. St. John's, Canada. What's up, man? Representing. I did so many Canada stories, man. I had one, man, I ain't even going to tell that story, man. But one of the rappers, man, yeah, I did a lot of Canada stories, man. Buffalo, New York, what's up? SINY 10306. What's up, SINY? What up? Alabama, no, my bad, Mark Epizito. So you coming from Staten Island. Let me get it right. Staten Island, New York. You know what I mean? Alabama, what's up? Memphis, Tennessee, what's up? Checking in. I see you. Please check in and make sure y'all hit that like button. It's very important, man. Vegas, the 702, what's up? Birmingham, Alabama, what's up? Queen City. Now, Queen City is Charlotte, right? Isn't it Queen City, Charlotte? You guys are giving me pop quizzes here, man. This is dope. Queen City, Charlotte, right? Charlotte, North Carolina. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. Vom Red. Where's Vom Red? Where's that? Huh. I wonder where that is, man. Buffalo in here. What up? Tap them likes. Yo, KG. You already know, man. KG, I see you. KG, go. Yo, go ahead and tap. Let them know. Tap that like button, man. Let's get them likes matching them viewers. Queens in here. What up, Queens, man? I ain't even gonna lie. Back in the day, when I used to frequent Brooklyn, New York, and Manhattan, I used to live around them areas, you know what I'm saying? One of the things that tripped me out was, you know, Queens, man, it was a lot of honeys out in Queens. I ain't gonna lie. It was, man. Cleveland, what up? Cleveland, Ohio, what up? Indiana, I see you repping for the whole state. Buffalo, New York. Buffalo, New York. Fort Wayne. That's Fort Wayne, Indiana, right? I think that's the only Fort Wayne. Oh, somebody super chatted already, man. We're just doing shout outs, man, but I appreciate whoever super chatted. Let's see who this is. Hopefully I ain't miss it, man. Let me hold up. I got to stop for a second and give somebody, hit them likes, get them likes up. What up, KG Goon? I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you putting that message out. You know I can't say your whole name because all sorts of things that happen to the video as soon as I say that first part. But KG Goon, you know who I'm talking about. And I appreciate the $5 super chat. Keep them coming in. Keep them coming in. What up, Philly? What up? What up, Greenville, South Carolina? What's up, man? Baltimore, man. Bodymore. Oh, my bad. I know y'all are trying to get away from that. Y'all don't want to be called Bodymore no more. But, you know, it's what, when I lived on the East Coast, that's what we used to refer to Baltimore as. Not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? It was just the way a lot of people used to call Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect. But shout out Baltimore, man. A lot of big fun in that Inner Harbor, man. A lot of big fun. Crispy, very crisp, fam. Thanks, man. So the mic looking good. Thank you. I had to take a sip of my drink. Portland, Jamaica. What's up? What up, Portland, Jamaica? Houston, Texas. What's up? Memphis, Tennessee. I see you. Baltimore, what up, man? We shouted you out. Buffalo in here twice. Baltimore again. What's the 716, man? I see the 716 represent, man. Where y'all from? Where the 716 from, man? Let me know, man. Let me know something, dog. Let me know something. You already know he a legend. Yo, what up? What up? 716, stand up. Oh, is that Buffalo? DJ Scammer. What's up, DJ Scammer? Yo, be watching them cards, man. Don't get my card information, DJ Scammer, man. Don't get me, dog. What up, DJ Scammer? It looks like we got another super chat come through. What up with the super chats this evening? Amy Purchase. What up, Amy Purchase? I see you. You said, hey, you. What up? What up? What up? I appreciate the super chat. I appreciate it, man. $2, holla at her brother. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know, let me know something. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. Amy Purchase and KG, man. KG Goon. Y'all in the building today. I appreciate the super chats. Y'all keep them coming, man. Mobile, Alabama in the building. I see that. Richmond, Virginia. We got Houston in the building. We got St. Louis, Missouri up in the building.
We got Polk County in the building, Polk County, Florida. We got the 716 again. I'm assuming that's Buffalo. We got Raleigh, North Carolina in the building. Baltimore, yeah, I didn't shout it out Baltimore a couple of times. Tuscaloosa, what up, Tuscaloosa? Montgomery, London from across the pond. What's up? What's up? What's up? Y'all make sure y'all all hit that like button. If you're in here right now, hit that like button. I see you, Fort Wayne, man. I see you. London again. I see Naptown. All right, man. If I don't get started, man, we ain't never gonna get started, man. I ain't been on this in a while for the lives, man. So I just wanted to make sure I shouted everybody out. Keep putting your cities in the chat. And as I go through, I'm going to keep shouting them out. And send them super chats. If you got an urgent message, dial your brother through the super chat and I'm going to get right on it. Now, make sure you hit that like button and let's talk about these topics, man. So today, we're going to talk about this Yo Gotti situation first. And you might be asking, what Yo Gotti situation is he talking about? I'm talking about the fact that Yo Gotti had a challenge, man, that he was putting out there, and it made it seem like somebody was going to get the opportunity to shine on the brightest stage. A major release, a major album placement. Now, for anybody who knows anything, we know getting a major album placement does a lot, says a lot, makes a lot of things happen. You're going to have to get royalties later on, all that, especially if the project does well. Well, it seems like Yo Gotti, put the challenge out there, and a lot of people been biting back, saying that it was rigged, and saying that Straight Drop's homie was the one who won it. So we're going to go talk all about that, dog. Then second, we're going to talk about this FBG Duck situation. And what I'm talking about is the 45-page document that came out through the Chicago Sun-Times report that detailed everything they believe happened on the day that FBG Duck passed away, man. We get into all of that, man. We're going to touch on Mama Duck. We're going to talk about Muwop and the death penalty. And we're going to talk about the rest of the case. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of changes that have been going on through the case. Hopefully y'all been paying attention. Make sure y'all run them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. Let's match them likes to viewers. We're going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right. And then finally, the third topic we're going to touch on, the third topic we're going to talk about is this YR Mookey situation. Now, I was one of the first people to talk about YR Mookey when the whole case started going down after they were already, man, we'll say YNR. Now, for those of you who don't know, YNR is a group from Jacksonville who have a lot of affiliations, man. And it's through who they were beefing with previously, right? So you had YNR, they were cool with Spot 'em, Got 'em. Those are really his homeboys, you know what I'm saying? And they were cool with Julio Fulio, just out of necessity because of all the beefing throughout Jacksonville, right? Well, it looks like YNR Mookey caught his case over a year ago. He's been sitting in jail. And it looks like, man, it ain't looking good. He done been found guilty. And, man, his family was pleading to the news. It's a sad case, man, to be real with you, man. When you think of how young him and YNR Slugger TR and how they were just getting their foot in the rap game. They got a feature from Pooh Shiesty when he was hot. It looked like it was about to be up. And then they got locked up, man. It's happening too much, man. I'm tired of this, man. We need to have this stop it, man. But, man, let's get to it. And that'll wrap up all three topics we're going to talk about today. So, man, with that, and since we already in the mood to get things started, and I see y'all running up the chat, keep hitting that like button. Keep making sure you shout out your city in the chat. If I don't see it once, I should see it twice. If I don't see it twice, I should see it the third time. I'll shout it out again. But, man, let's get to business. Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man, and we back on these lives. I know y'all enjoy the feeling. Y'all love how we get it in. And today we coming to you at a different time. I know, I used to come and do these lives in the morning, man. But, man, I was getting complaints from my West Coast folks like, man, you live too early, man, for me to be even on there, dog. And I was like, all right, so let me go ahead and work it out. So when I'm on the live, everybody has an opportunity to tune in, man. Now, with that, let's start this thing off right, man. Let's keep it official like a ref with a whistle. Make sure you hitting that like button. Make sure you shouting out your cities. But we're going to talk about this Yo Gotti situation right now. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that Yo Gotti put out a challenge that looked like a unique opportunity for up-and-coming artists to get a major album placement. It looked like artists were going to be able to actually get shine on a major album. Now, this is barring any paperwork or anything like that, but he sold it as a challenge. He put out the beat, he showed his verse, and he wanted to see who could come up with the best verse compared to that could blend with his, and he would officially put them on CM10. Now, CM10 only has a few features. It's been a long-awaited project, and to be honest, when Yo Gotti drops projects, they are usually official, man. Even though this is a wild time in hip-hop where Yo Gotti kind of looks like the bad guy in some people's perception. And to be honest, everybody, initially after the young Dolph situation, they had every right to feel that way. I'm not going to diss anybody who felt that way, man. Feel how you feel. I was a little complicated. I was a little torn about how I was going to look at Yo Gotti in this situation. You know what I mean? And I was a little torn about how I was going to look at CM10. You know what I mean? Because one of my favorite songs is Them Racks from Yo Gotti, and it stays on my running playlist when I go to work out, dog. So it's like, it's a weird predicament that fans were put in. But it looks like, regardless, Yo Gotti is a great marketer. Because by putting this challenge out there, he had burgeoning rappers or rappers who are, new to the game, or people who are even established, like FBG Cash and King Yella, who went to social media and submitted their verses. And Yo Gotti played a lot of these verses. I'm talking about a lot of them. He posted them himself on social media. So that way, if somebody didn't get a placement on the album, they would still be able to, get some shine off of him. You know what I mean? And some of those verses slap. I'm talking about went hard. There was some dude, I want to say he was from Atlanta, and I was listening to all of them. I was listening to a couple of them just a second ago so I could get a fair assessment if the dude 10% who actually got the placement was the best verse. There were chicks who put their verses on there, and when I say chicks, I don't mean that by any derogatory means or anything. I mean ladies, women, you know what I'm saying, who submitted their verses, and they was going hard. You had people from all the states submitting their verses, because this is a big opportunity. Once you get that major album placement, it's all up from there, you know what I'm saying? Like, other labels are going to look at you. This opens up a lot of doors. So Yo Gotti was putting this out there as a possibility for a lot of people to shine, and I appreciated it, you know what I'm saying? Now, the deal is, a lot of people feel like they got scammed, man. I'm going to keep it real. They feel like it was rigged. They feel like the fix was in. Yo Gotti already picked the dude who was going to win. But first, let's look at this story from allhiphop.com, where they talk about this whole situation, right? So let's bring this up for you guys, man. So I'm gonna try not to neglect the chat either, man. But this is the story that I want to talk about. Ooh, I thought I had it already pulled up. Well, the headline of the story says this. I'm gonna have to read it out, y'all. The headline of the story says this. It says, Yo Gotti reveals winner of hashtag dollar for dollar contest for CM10 album. Now, it also goes on to say this. It says that Memphis rapper Yo Gotti returned this week with his latest studio album, CM10. And it's the other name to it, or the additional name, is CM10 Free Game. It's a two-sided project with features from 42 Doug, one of his artists, ESTG, one of his artists, Kodak Black, one of the biggest artists in the rap game, killing it with Super Gremlin, Black Youngster, one of his artists, and Sheen C. I don't know who Sheen C is. And if I'm mispronouncing her name, let me know, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if she's one of his artists or not. I'm assuming, because I've never heard that name before, and I'm assuming it's a her, you know what I'm saying? And then in the story, it continues by saying this. It says, in addition, the winner of Yo Gotti's Dollar for Dollar Challenge made the track list. The CMG boss revealed 10% as soon as the person that earned the spot on CM10 Free Game's Dollar for Dollar song. Okay, so let me decode that, because reading these things sometimes don't correlate too well with the spoken word. You know what I mean? Basically, a dude named 10% was the one who won. And I listened to 10%'s verse. And a lot of people have been giving him a lot of grief, but dude went hard, man. I don't think he had a lack verse. But I mean, when I look at 10% and I look at him on social media, I do see that he already has a CMG chain. I mean, did Yo Gotti already have that ready? You know what I'm saying? Did Yo Gotti already have that CMG chain ready for him? He keep one on deck? Or, you know, I'm just saying, a lot of people have made some claims, and we're going to get to that. Now, the story also says this. It says, congrats, little homie, at 10%. Welcome to the big league. Mafia salute to everybody who killed it. This ain't happened over. Stay tuned. Posted Yo Gotti on Instagram. And to be honest, I'm going to keep it real before we get into what King Yella said and what other rappers said. When I heard about this whole dollar for dollar challenge, I thought, man, Yo Gotti is a great marketer, man. This is a good idea if you want to market your album. It gets people involved and invested early in the project. You know what I mean? This gets people already talking about the project just based off the challenge. But in the back of my head, I said there ain't no way in the world he's not going to sneak his own artist in there as the winner. Like, who wouldn't? Like, of course he would. Like, in my mind, that's what I think. Now, I'm not saying he did, but I'm saying, okay, so we read what he said on the story, right? Let's actually look at the guy that he picked and whose verse he actually chose. It's a guy named 10%. And let me bring up his page. Just so you guys don't think I'm out here capping. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to see this. And that's the story from allhiphop.com. Bring up the other thing. There we go. All right. So this is the caption of the post that we were talking about, right? Now, this is the dude 10%. Hopefully you all see that, man. He already got the CMG chain. He jumping out doing his verse. I can't play it, so I don't have the music on. But you can see he already got, that's a 10% chain. My bad. Okay, fair game. He's got a 10% chain. That is not a CMG chain. So my bad. I was wrong about that, right? You know, I can admit my wrongs. It looked like a CMG chain to me, but it actually says 10% on there, you know? Maybe that would have been too obvious, but let me continue. Now, in the caption, it says, congrats, little homie, at I am 10%. Welcome to the big leagues, #Mafia. Salute to everybody who killed it. Okay, we already talked about it, right? Now, obviously, it seems like the fix was in. I'm not sure if 10% is from Memphis, but let's see. Let's actually, while we're here, let's see if 10% is from Memphis. He doesn't have where he's from on his bio or anything like that. Or on his page, as you guys can see. Everybody's sending him congrats. And congrats to him, because that verse went hard. I'm not going to take that away from dude. The verse definitely went hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just that, I don't know. A lot of people are feeling like the fix is in. And yeah, even that 10% chain, I see y'all, even that 10% chain looks eerily familiar or like a CMG chain. But to be real, maybe it's not. The fix isn't in. But one person who wasn't feeling this and wasn't trying to hear that was King Yella. So let's actually look at what King Yella had to say about this. My bad, that's just a picture of King Yella. Hold up. Let me bring him up. Here we go. All right, so let's listen to what King Yella said.
I ain't no hate or nothing for the dollar for dollar challenge or whatever. Hey, Yo Gotti, bro. Versus was way better than dudes, man. You finessed the system to get niggas to do that, to run that name back up, to run that back up. That was foolish. Foolish. All right, but you done posted females, foreign from out of country. Versus was better than that. Come on now. FBG Cash smacking harder. My smacking harder. Gang smacking way harder than that. Huh? Come on now, G. Y'all be crazy as hell. Come on now, man. Finessing the system, man. You already had, wasn't no mother challenge. You already had that verse done with that little. Come on, man. They talking about that straight drop homie. Be fool. Y'all be crazy as on the G. But what y'all got going on? King Yella.
Okay, so you heard what King Yella had to say there. And he made some points. Now, I'm not sure if they're valid points or not, but he made some points, man. He basically said that, you know, there were a lot of people who submitted verses. You know, there was a lot. He himself. So his what he says is a little skewed. You got to say that, you know what I mean? Oh, man, y'all wildin', yo. make sure y'all run them likes up, man. Make sure y'all run them likes up, run them all the way up. Yeah, run them up, man. Let's try to get at least 500 likes up in the building, right? But King Yella said that basically, man, he feels like the fix was in. And like I said originally, dog, why wouldn't it be? Like, Yo Gotti is very good at marketing, man. He always has been. Him and Gucci, man, they always had that in common, even though they both, they fell out or whatever, right? But Yo Gotti always had the talent to say, okay, let me try to draw interest and let me see how I can draw interest. And this challenge was a perfect way to do that and showcase a brand new artist, man. Now, I'm not sure if he signed 10%. I'm not sure if 10% is going to be down with CMG, but I wouldn't bet against it. Well, I'll say that much. Because, there's no evidence that 10% is one of his artists, but King Yella did have a fact. Now, there's another thing at the end I want to talk about that King Yella said that, let me play it again so that way you guys can hear him.
I ain't no hate or nothing for the dollar for dollar challenge or whatever. Hey, Yo Gotti, bro. Versus was way better than dudes, man. You finessed the system to get niggas to do that, to run that name back up, to run that back up. That's fool shit. All right, but you done posted females, foreign from out of country. Versus was better than that. Come on now. FBG Cash smacking harder. My smacking harder. Gang smacking way harder than that. Huh? Come on now, G. Y'all be crazy as hell. Come on now, man. Finessing the system, man. You already had, wasn't no mother challenge. You already had that verse done with that little. Come on, man. They talking about that straight drop homie. Be fool, y'all be crazy as on the G. But what y'all got going on? King Yella.
Now, what do y'all think about the claim that he made at the end? Where he said that, old dude who got picked 10% was straight drops homie. I'm like, what? That's a bombshell. You know what I'm saying? That is a bombshell. And I see y'all in the chat clowning. Y'all said 10%'s versus whack. For real, y'all didn't like that? I thought it was all right, man. Stop. And I see somebody in there also who said that verse went to pay for straight drops lawyer fees. Yo, y'all killing me, man. That was a good one, though. I had to say, y'all, that's not saying that that's true. Not saying that he is straight drops homeboy or this has anything to do with straight drop. But, man, if that ain't funny, man. Yo, y'all run them likes up, man. Make sure you run the likes up, run them likes up, run them likes up. Man, what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think that Yo Gotti was playing fair with this? Do y'all think he would actually leave this contest out there to be a fair thing? Or did he see he could get a lot more bang for his buck if he put out the contest to draw interest into CM10? Because let's be real. He had to push back CM10 because people were already upset at the fact that, young Dolph had passed away. So they were like, any little diss, any little anything on there, people were waiting to listen to it immediately just so they could be backlash. And Gotti is smart. He said, hold up, man, we're going to chill. We're going to take our time to put this out because people might even take things that aren't aimed at the situation and put it at the situation, if you feel me. You know what I mean? So I don't blame him in that regard, right? So for him to say, all right, I'm going to have a contest that's going to draw interest, and that way I can have people involved in this project, and then they have no opportunity but to listen to who won the contest and make that song hot, you know what I'm saying? Have that song trending or whatever. Shoot, it's a win-win. And since I'm doing all this, why not put in my own artist? You know what I'm saying? Somebody I'm trying to boost, you know what I'm saying? And I can't, of course somebody would do that. Of course they would, man. Of course, man. You know what I mean? It's just how the game goes. Now, I don't think King Yella is bitter. I just think that he worked on a verse, submitted a verse. I mean, back when I used to do the rap thing with my homeboys and we used to throw shows and stuff like that, man. When you work on something, you get invested, man. You get invested in those things, man. So, and when it doesn't turn your way, you're just going to have your opinion. And what King Yella is saying, I don't know. And y'all are asking who King Yella is. Now, let me tell you a little bit about King Yella, man. Just in case. Okay, so King Yella is one of FBG Duck's homeboys. You know what I'm saying? He's man, what you would consider his ops is anybody a little Dirk in them, all them.
And he was, man, during the drill era, I mean, like, he had back and forth with everybody. I can't think of, like, the early drill area. I'm talking about, like, between 2012 and 2016, 2017, I want to say. I'm talking, he was getting into it with, like, who's the cat who got killed with the glasses? Man, it'll come to me when it ain't important. He's the only white cat from his group, and I don't say that in a disparaging way. They got into it, a whole bunch of people, but he direct opposition, homeboy of FBG Duck, everybody FBG pretty much, man, and he speaks out a lot about things, and he shoots straight from the hip. He recently got released from prison. I think it was in jail, or either jail or prison, out in Las Vegas. So a figure in the drill movement, and that's why it was posted on a lot of social media outlets. But man, this goes to show that, yeah, man, not everything that glitters is gold. And when an artist has an opportunity, they always gonna try to make sure that they get the most bang for their buck, man. Cats don't get to the top like Yo Gotti by not thinking out every process all the way through. You know what I'm saying? Yo Gotti got into the position he's in as a boss, and you know, really, really big time in this game and making decisions and doing big things by making all the right moves. And that was just a successful move on his behalf. You feel me? And I see y'all going back and forth. Y'all really beefing in the chat about CMG versus PRE. I see y'all, man. I see y'all. Hey, I see a couple people saying CMG. What up? Don't forget to shout out your cities in the chat. My bad, I've been neglecting y'all, but I had to tell that story and at least get different rappers' perspectives. But what do you guys think, man? Do you think that the fix was in? Do you think that Yo Gotti already had the winner picked out before they even put the beat out there? And to be real, that song is dope. I wish I would have saved the names of all the people who submitted verses and stuff like that, because there was a white chick, and I don't mean that in a disparaging way. There's a white chick who submitted a verse. There was a couple of chicks that submitted some dope verses, and then there was a international dude. He killed it, and there was this dude. I want to say he was from Atlanta or either South Carolina or something. I just know that accent. Man, this dude. I said, okay, if Yo Gotti don't pick that, I didn't hear King Yella's verse, and I didn't hear FBG Cash's verse, so I can't say anything about it. But some of the verses I heard, they were a little bit harder than 10%. But 10%'s verse, to me, he held his own, man. All right, man. Everybody in here, run them likes up. I see PRE versus CMG in the chat. Y'all going to war, man. But, man, that is my take on the whole Yo Gotti situation. Just remember, man, everything that glitters isn't gold. And a lot of these artists, man, they are smart marketers. Yo Gotti is obviously smart. That was a wonderful idea, dog. That was a great idea, man, in order to draw interest into this project and to make sure that people go to looking for the track when it's finished and done regardless. Yep, dope. Because even if you don't like it, you listened. All right, man, on to the next topic, man. Let's talk about this FBG Duck case, or what's also being called the O Block Rico case, man. There was a huge report that came out this week about this situation. I mean, it's been it was like 6 days ago, but I couldn't wait to talk about this on live. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this story right here from the Chicago Sun-Times. And basically, in this story, they detail what they feel went down the day Chicago drill rap legend FBG Duck lost his life. Now, in this headline, you see it says, 15 seconds of mayhem on Gold Coast. Talk about a powerful opening to a title. I love that. FBI affidavit lifts curtain on FBG Duck murder case. The document lays out key evidence that led to last year's indictment against 5 alleged O Block street gang members now accused in the brazen killing. It also points to so-called diss tracks, which have fueled street violence. Now, on another note, this has been a very big discussion in the hip-hop community. And I hate to say very big because you're not supposed to, but you understand what I'm saying. This has been a huge discussion in the hip-hop community right now. You know, a lot of people are trying to figure out if lyrics should be used against people in the court of law, because up until now, they have been used. Jay-Z and Meek Mill, they have a movement going on where they don't want lyrics used in the court of law. And I watched DJ Academics and Hassan Campbell talk about this very subject, and they had me at a crossroad. They had me stuck in between, because I'm like, sometimes lyrics can be used out of context. But then they talk about the fact that family members sometimes can be, hurt by listening to songs that directly name their family member. And if it spells out what went down, I don't know, man. I'm torn on that. And I hate to stop right in the middle of a story, but I really want to know what you guys think about that, man. Do you think that's a big discussion? Should they be able to use lyrics, rappers' lyrics in these cases, man? You know what I mean? It's wild to think about. It's wild to think about. But let's continue with the story, man, before I get off on another tirade. All right, so the first things first is this 45-page document that they released, and it was obviously released by the FBI, and it names a lot of people. There was a rumor out there, though, that Lil Reese had some involvement. And what had a lot of people fueling that rumor is because there was a document in the case file, I seen it myself, that was automatically sealed with like in 30 seconds of it being dropped. And the title of the document said something like, it was something real sketchy, man, that had people thinking something that wasn't there. So Lil Reese took to social media, basically said that no, he had no involvement, and that people who are putting that out there are trying to get him locked up. Excuse me. And I know most people will say, well, of course he would say that. Even if he was, well, of course he's going to say that, right? What? He's going to say on social media, oh, really? Yeah, I agree with that story. Nah, man. But to be real, you still got to give people the benefit of the doubt. If they haven't been charged, you can't really roll with that. You feel me? Even though all information on my part, I'm not dissing anybody, because all information, rumors, and everything included is fair game, just as long as you classify them as such, right? And I know y'all going to say, okay, you got a vested interest to say that. I just think it's fair game. Now, the story goes on to say this. It says the broad daylight Gold Coast murder of rapper FBG Duck in August 2020 involved 4 mass shooters who left 38 bullet casings behind following an attack that lasted all of 15 seconds, according to the newly unsealed federal court record. Much of what happened that day at the murder scene on Oak Street and elsewhere as the gunman neared was captured on video. Stop right there. So that's the point that a lot of people were talking about, and even Mama Duck or Lashina Weekly, y'all got me saying Mama Duck too. I say it all the time. I don't know. She went to social media to talk about that, and I'll play that in a second, right? Now, according to the 45-page document, which includes an FBI affidavit, it lays out key evidence that led to last year's indictment against 5 alleged O Block Street gang members now accused in the brazen killing. Now, in this document, it's more detailed than everything that was laid out when we originally started getting the reports and reading through the case file, man. Because a lot of that, it was, I want to say it was shortened. It was shortened information for whatever reason. Whatever the strategy behind that is, whatever. You know what I mean? They brought whatever they could to court in order to get the indictment, and now they're releasing all the evidence. And video evidence is wild, because there's a rumor out there, and I'm saying it's a rumor alert, that Muwop, they got Muwop on video. That's what they're saying. I'm not saying that. I haven't seen the video, but that's what they're saying. There's also a rumor out there that it's so much evidence in this file that it's going to take them like months just to dig through the discovery on both sides. And that was put in an article that I read a couple of months ago. Like, there's so much evidence in this case. They have to take months just to go through the discovery and say, okay, we agree on that. Because both parties have to agree on what gets submitted as evidence and approved, with the judge, of course, being the final determining factor, right? Now, it goes on to say, it says investigators towed a car used in the shooting one day after it happened. Later searched it and found evidence that implicated Charles C. Murder Liggins. The document also points to so-called diss tracks, the songs people posted online, in which street gang members disrespect rivals, fueling violence on the streets. Okay, and this is where I'm at crossroads. Just because I diss you and because I didn't like you doesn't mean I shot you. You feel me? Like, just because there's diss songs doesn't mean that they apply. Now, obviously, the feds have been at work hard, man, trying to decode things, figuring out what slang means what situation means what. And yeah, a lot of rappers put a little too much, especially Chicago drill rappers and New York drill rappers specifically. No problem with them. I listen to them all. But they be putting too much in their songs. Now, the crazy part is this car. Now, originally, they said the car was linked to a dude named Los. In this report, they're talking about C Murder. But what kills me is, all right, who in the world would use a car that they bought in their own name? Like, please tell me this dude did not buy a car in his name and use it for a hit. That would be the dumbest, world's dumbest criminals. Like, what is you doing, dog? Like, is that for real? Hopefully that is not true, man. But the story continues. I can't never get. I'll never get over that, dog. I've said it in stories before where I talked about it, but that is ridiculous, man. Like, okay, whatever. Now the story continues by saying this, and let's close this story out for this. It says the document, a search warrant application originally filed on 1 October, was unsealed early this month. It sought a judge's permission to examine phone data associated with Liggins, as well as Marcus Muwop Smart and to Carlos Offred, aka Los, right? All three would be charged in the indictment filed September 30th, which also named Kenneth Robinson and Christopher C. Thang Thomas as defendants. The indictment was unsealed on October 13th. FBG Duck, whose real name was Carlton Weekly, is identified in the document as a member of the STL-EBT or Tuckerville faction of the Gangster Disciples, which is said to have a feud with O Block, a faction of the Black Disciples. Weekly was killed at 4:26 p.m. on August 4th, 2020. According to the affidavit, 16 minutes earlier on Oak Street, it said Weekly got out of the car, driven by his girlfriend, and stood in a line outside. Weekly's mother has said he was shopping for presents for his son. So he looks like he was going to a luxury store. I don't know if he was going to Gucci or whatever, but he was going to the Gold Coast, which is the richest area in Chicago. Billionaires down there, Billionaire Row and all that, right? And he was going there to shop for high-end goods. You know, it's like going to Rodeo Drive or whatnot, right? And that's when, you know, on the 4th of August is when they pulled up on him. Now, around the same time, surveillance footage showed Liggins, Smart, and others running down a stairwell at Parkway Gardens at 63rd and Martin Luther King Drive. According to the affidavit, it said Smart and another person got into a Ford Fusion owned by Offred. The FBI believed Liggins got into a Chrysler 300 with the others. So they're saying it was two cars, the Ford Fusion and the Chrysler 300, right? Now they're saying that they have video of them running down the stairwell at Parkway Gardens, aka O Block. So there's a camera at O Block that saw them running down. So this wasn't even footage that they got. Okay, so based on this part, this wasn't even footage that they got at the scene of the crime. This is footage from Parkway Gardens that they got of them getting into the car. So that would mean they would, knowing there's a camera there, they would jump into the car that they're going to use for the shoot. I don't know, man. This is tough to believe. I know that not every criminal is a genius or a criminal mastermind. Get me? But some of this stuff is so elementary. You know, it's so like simple mistakes. It seems like they wouldn't be dumb enough to do this. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, Muwop, for all intents and purposes, it seems like he was already on the grind. And I know how the rumors and stuff out there about how they get down and how vicious things are. But, man, it's hard to believe. But let's continue. Now, from there, investigators were able to trace the vehicle's pathway from Parkway Gardens to the scene of the murder using video surveillance and police pod cameras around the time Weekly got out of the car on Oak Street. The feds say the Fusion and Chrysler were seen traveling in the same direction in the 6200 block of South Wentworth, just 5 seconds apart. The vehicles were spotted on camera in at least 7 additional locations. So basically, they could track the way that the cars were moving, the direction they were moving, by the cameras that they passed going there. So that's tough to beat, man. That's the kind of evidence that's going to be tough to beat. But we'll see. The document then lays out what happened at 4:26 p.m. in the first block of East Oak Street. The Fusion and Chrysler stopped just in front of the dark colored sedan that had been driven by Weekly's girlfriend.
2 people jumped out of the passenger side of the Fusion and opened fire at Weekly, who ducked with another person behind his girlfriend's car. 2 people then also got out the passenger side of the Chrysler. So let me paint this in. Basically, you have the Ford Fusion that rolled up. They're saying that they seen Muwop and somebody else jump into the Ford Fusion, right? When they spotted them from a camera that they had at O Block, right? They have those 2, they have people jumping out of the Ford Fusion, shooting. At that time, FBG Duck sees the hit coming and ducks behind his girlfriend's car. And this is, man, there's a lot of conspiracy, so I don't want to get into that, but this is where things get crazy. So 2 people who were also inside the Chrysler jumped out the front passenger seat and opened fire, while the other fired at Weekly. Okay, this is the crazy part. If they're in Parkway Gardens, they're in O Block, right? How do they know to go directly to the Gold Coast to find FBG Duck? How, Sway? How do they know that? Y'all let me know that. Somebody would have to tell them or alert them. Now, I'm not somebody, and the way this, and I'm trying to be careful on what I say here because I don't want to implicate anybody or anything like that. But the way that the Chicago drill thing has played out in the couple of years that I've been watching and covering this stuff, right? I don't know, man. They are very, it's a scene where there's a lot of backdooring, a lot of hidden people who are down with people that you don't know. It could be somebody working at a counter, somebody working at the jail. How many times we seen somebody get shot at a jail? They just, like, Chicago, the art of backdoor, not even backdooring, the art of, like, being sneaky about your intentions or the setup or to get somebody set up and stuff or slimed out. I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. You know what I'm saying? Now, also the story says this. It says the shooters then got back into the Fusion and Chrysler and fled. According to the affidavit, it said Weekly's girlfriend was shot twice in the left wrist. The person who ducked behind the car with Weekly was shot 3 times and was left in critical condition, according to the feds. Weekly died shortly after the shooting, the feds say. But it's unclear how many times he was shot. How is it unclear how many times he was shot when he was found on the scene? And the scene of FBG Duck on the ground is crazy, dog. It looks like, I mean, when I watch it, I'm like, yo, can somebody rush and get this brother to the hospital, man? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, man. It's just a bad look all around. Now, the FBI special agent who authored the affidavit wrote that Weekly was shot approximately 21 times. Okay, so that's more information. They're saying that FBG Duck was shot approximately 21 times. So if they found like 35 shell casings, what, these guys don't miss? Like, for real, like they ain't miss a shot? That's crazy, bro. But the agent also cited a Cook County medical examiner's report that said Weekly was shot 16 times. That makes more sense, you know what I mean? 38 cartridge casings were found at the scene, including a .357 caliber casing. So somebody was out there with the big boy, old school John Wayne weapon, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, the Chrysler was then spotted on police cameras in 8 additional locations before surveillance video showed it returning to Parkway Gardens at 4:56 p.m. What in the world? Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know, man. Obviously they know their hood's hot and it's got a camera there. And I am not rooting for the bad guys or doing anything like that. It's just, it amazes me how dumb this would be. You know what I mean? To say, yo, I'm going to jump in a car at my crib where I know there's cameras, drive to the place where I know somebody is, and then commit a shooting. And this is all alleged. I'm not saying they did this. I'm not saying this is all facts. This is throughout the video. I'm not saying this is all facts. And then get dropped off at the crib where there's camera. This is stupid. This is dumb. Okay. That video showed Liggins getting out of a passenger seat, according to the affidavit. The day after Weekly's killing, Chicago police found the Chrysler in the 2100 block of Gunderson and Burren and towed it, the document said. When it was searched, August 13th, 2020, investigators allegedly found a handwritten note that appeared to list Liggins' Facebook and Instagram accounts, as well as phone numbers for Liggins and BM, which the FBI took to mean baby mama. So he had a side account with a handwritten note. He had a handwritten note
that appeared to list accounts and stuff like that. Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what I don't know. There was obviously some planning and stuff that went into this, and I'm not saying that that's what that purpose was. Maybe he just lost all that information. He carried it around just in case he forgot his login or something like that, right? The FBI agent wrote that the investigators also found a spin. Okay, we got that. Okay, they found a .357 cartridge casing between the Chrysler's windshield and hood. An examination of the casing and the one found at the scene of Weekley's murder showed that they were consistent with being fired from the same firearm. Police had previously said Weekley's shooting might have been motivated by derogatory statements toward deceased members of the Black Disciples made by Weekley on social media. The FBI affidavit points to multiple online videos, including a July 2020 YouTube rap video in which Weekley performed as FBG Duck, right? So they're talking about him dissing ops and people who have passed away, dissing the dead, which we need to stop anyway, on this song, man, on a song. Now, I'm not sure if it's the song everybody assumes, because we know what song everybody assumes. I'm not going to say the name. But the story also says this. It said I was going to diss the dead, and okay, I did it, Weekley said. And well, these are the lyrics from the song. Y'all know the song, man. Dead, you know what I'm saying. Now, the people in the song that he talked about are all believed to be Black disciples. Among them was O.D. Perry, who was shot and killed in 2011 at age 20, and the namesake for O Block, according to the affidavit. Perry's killing has sparked a series of retaliatory shootings, including the 2014 murder of Jakira Barnes, who police say was the female gang assassin for Gangster Disciples faction in the neighborhood. Now, everybody knows about the whole Jakira Barnes situation because there's been major documentary. I think it was like a CNN documentary about that. There was a Hulu documentary about her, talking about her being a female gang assassin in Chicago. Now, there was a story that even I did, or a video I did, where they talk about King Von. They named King Von as her killer, as along with a whole bunch of other people, man. They put it out there that King Von shot her and a whole bunch of other people, and basically they were chilling on a stoop, and he jumped out the cut and just sabotaged him and even yelled out something like, "What's up now?" I think it was like, "What's up now?" or something like that. I mean, they had it down pat according to what they said in the indictment, that it was a closed case now. They actually closed the case as King Von is the shooter, right? Now, in a separate video posted the day after Weekley's murder, Devon Bennett, the rapper known as King Von, could be seen rapping O Block OTF 300. Just check the stats. Said that he be throwing shots. I bet he can't catch them back. Now that's one of King Von's lyrics. According to the affidavit, which said Bennett wore an O Block medallion in the video. Now we know that King Von always wore that O Block chain. I mean, come on. Like, I don't think there's any significance to that except for the fact that that's where he's from, right? Now, also, man, my bad, y'all. I just wanted to get through this story because there's a lot of details in this, right? But just in case, okay, y'all run them likes up, man. Everybody run them likes up. I've been neglecting the chat. Sorry about that, yo. But I want to get through this story and talk about the facts, or at least how I see them. Now, investigators took the verse as a reference to negative repercussions coming to Weekley as a result of Weekley's disrespect. In another video, the feds noted that Weekley had talked about being childhood friends with Shondell Tuka Gregory, who was shot and killed in 2011 at age 15. So that means today he would be 25 years old at least, right? That's crazy to think that Tuka would be 25 years old today at least, enjoying the better part of his life. You know what I'm saying? As an adult man, and he's not here to do that because, you know, things are crazy out here, man. Things are crazy out there. Now, it also says that that's why I got scared when I mentions his name, you feel me? Because okay, so they're talking about the time that FBG Duck went to social media and let it be known that when people say Tuka's name, it's not something to be played with. It's not something to take lightly or anything like that, right? Now, the story finishes by saying this. It says, Liggins, 30 years old, has a history of violent encounters with police near Parkway Gardens. He was arrested in July 2019 for shoving a Chicago police officer near 64th and Martin Luther King. Officers had responded to a call of a person with a gun when a crowd formed and Liggins refused to leave, according to the police report. So they're talking about a past case with Liggins
saying that he had, caught a case because he was getting into an argument. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. He pleaded guilty to resisting arrest and was sentenced to a year in prison. God dang, he caught a year? He had to have priors, dog, or he had to be on paperwork. He caught a year for come on, man. Okay. So in October 2009, officers working on a drug investigation said they saw Liggins fire at a group of gunmen near 63rd and Martin Luther King. The officers offered him to drop his gun, but he pointed it at them and they shot him in the leg, according to the police report. He pleaded guilty to aggravated assault of an officer with a firearm and was sentenced to 18 months in prison. So for up in the blicky, or up in the tool, right? He caught 18 months. So they're just talking about all the charges that he's associated with. Now, Liggins' co-defendant Robertson, 28, is separately charged in Cook County Criminal Court with a January 30th, 2021 fatal shooting of Lorenzo Moore in Dalton. So for those of you who don't know, the guy Robertson, I want to say, what's Robertson's real name, dog? Y'all got me on this one. He was actually indicted, or he was already in jail by the time they grabbed him for a prior shooting. Like he had already caught a case for shooting somebody, you know what I'm saying? And actually killing the man. So it's needless to say they're adding this to the story for more effect. You know what I'm saying? They're adding that in just to paint a picture of how bad these guys could possibly be or whatnot, right? But we're regardless, man. Obviously, a lot of these guys have prior rap sheets. I don't know about Muwop, though, and we're going to get to that in a second. Now, at the time of that killing, Robertson was free on bail on Cook County gun possession charge. And that's where the story ends. Now, I just want to say this, right? That's a breakdown or just how they summarize the 45-page document. If you can find it, read it for yourself. But all in all, based on that document, they feel like they have an open and shut case against O Block, or against these alleged O Block members. You know what I'm saying? Now, one of the people who came out and talked about this immediately was FBG Duck's own mother, man. Now, FBG Duck's mom, she took to social media and she wanted to say her piece, and it kind of similar to what a lot of people were saying. Like, it echoed what a lot of people said in this, man, because even me, I couldn't believe that, they would be this foolish. But let's look at this, man. Let's listen to what she said so that way we can get that out of the way, man. She said this right here. Oh, let's see. There we go. And let's bring up the Mama Duck. There we go.
Y'all hear? They got the recording of them pulling up on Duck. Listen. Was captured on video according to the 45-page document, which includes an FBI affidavit. It lays out key evidence that led to last year's indictment against 4 alleged O Block street gang members, now accused of the blazing killing. It says world's dumbest. It says investigators towed a car used in the shooting one day after it happened. I mean, burn the car, at least that would have stalled it a little bit. Y'all hear?
Yeah, and that's it right there, yeah. But basically, that's what she had to say, dog. Like, she basically was like, what everybody else said, man. She basically was saying that, dog, like, I know, I mean, I'm not speaking for experience. I'm not a street dude. I ain't never carried out no hit. I just watch a lot of crime documentaries and stuff like that. It seems like the planning behind all that initially seemed like it was something, but man, once you start to realize all the data that was left out there, I mean, at this point in time, if you're not, dog, jumping in the digital space to get you some money, man, crime just ain't where it's at, dog. Like, even though Chicago does have a reputation for being, pretty much the Wild Wild West, not saying that it is, because I've even turned down trips to Chicago and stuff like that in the past because of what was going on back in 2016 and stuff like that. They got the record. But to be real, I don't know. When the FBI gets involved and there's video cameras involved, I don't think you have a chance. You don't have a solid footing. it's not going to work out for your benefit, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do, right? But these cats, man, they left, it seems like they left a lot more breadcrumbs than they had anticipated, and that's why we're in this situation that we are today. Now, on a brighter note, kind of, I don't want to say brighter note, but on a different note, there was something that came out this week that talked about the case specifically, and it's this right here, right? And it's talking about this guy right here. Let me bring up his picture first. And Muwop. And I want to point to Muwop right there, right? So you see Muwop there, right? Now Muwop, and you see Murder, and I think the other guy, I'm not sure who the other guy is. It might be C-Thang. But you see Muwop and C-Thang and somebody else. Don't get me twisted. I think I seen documents for two people, but the document that I seen had Muwop's name on it. And this is pulled straight from the case file. And basically it says this. It says, the government's notice of decision not to seek capital punishment. So in some ways, that's a win. At least they know that if they lose this case, they're going to spend the rest of their days in jail, as opposed to lose this case and possibly seek the death penalty. Now it says the United States of America, through its attorney, John Lausch Jr., United States Attorney for the Northern District of Illinois, pursuant to Title 18 United States Code, Section 3593, hereby provides notice to defendant Marcus Smart, that's Muwop, that if the defendant is convicted at trial, the government will not seek a sentence of death. So basically, Muwop is not going to seek the death, is not going to get the death penalty, even if he's found guilty. Who knows? He might be found innocent. We don't know, man. Judging by that last story, it sounds like there's a lot of evidence, so I'm not sure how this is going to end up for him. But I don't know. Maybe they can look at that as a brighter note, because to be honest, at least knowing that you'll spend your days in jail as opposed to getting the death penalty is crazy. What's up, AZ King? I see you. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about all this again, man. Yeah. I see y'all. What's up, dog? Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Let's get up to 500, 800 likes if we can. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to check the chat for y'all, man. I got it. But basically, that's all this lets him know. Is if he's found guilty, he'll be spending the rest of his days in jail. And man, if it's fed jail, yeah, it's fed jail. Because remember, this is a federal indictment, man. These guys are getting prosecuted by the feds. That's why it's all these resources and everything involved. And if you want my personal opinion, you want to know why I think the feds are involved in this case. Number one, FBG Duck is a rapper, high profile case, right? Anytime a rapper, super high profile rapper has been shot, lately they've been actually jumping on it. Like the feds have been getting involved and trying to solve these cases, if you notice. Second off, the fact that it took place in a place where rich people play. I can't ignore that fact. It didn't take place in the south side of Chicago where most of these neighborhoods are. This took place in the Gold Coast where people spend big money. And people with big money put up big money, because I did the story where they said they put up their own money to launch an investigation or to put money towards an investigation. It was a lot of money put up. You know what I'm saying? I remember, go back and check my old videos. That was actually a story that ran around the time, and I did a video about it, bro. So I think that's why a big part why the feds got involved in the first place too. And that makes the likelihood of beating this tough, man. It's not looking good for Muwop and the rest of these cats and O Block as a whole, because I mean, I don't know each and every member of O Block's gang. I'm not even sure if these cats are O Block members, because I don't know that for a fact. I don't know. I wasn't there when they got jumped in or whatever they do in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It might be different. You know what I mean? But I do know that regardless, these are the cats who were in the rapper's inner circle who are from that area. These were the cats who, if going on and none of this happened and, you know, the rap game panned out like it would have for King Von, like it is for Dirk. Dirk about to drop the biggest album in his career, I think. What is it, 72-20? I mean, without this and without being involved in all this, man, these cats would probably be
somewhere, and I always say this, now, they probably be somewhere living in hog heaven, like my pops used to say. You know what I'm saying? Like living good, man. It's like, have you guys ever seen that TV show, the Wu-Tang Saga, where they talk about Wu-Tang, and there's a video game simulation in there where one of the guys who's in their immediate crew before they blow up or before they even Wu-Tang, he gets shot and killed. And he has so many different possibilities. If he doesn't get shot and killed for doing somebody dirty, he would have been with them for that whole ride. He would have lived to be old. He would have lived to be rich, live in the mansion, have all the ladies, have all the money. And it's crazy how those decisions work and play themselves out. Because we love the street music, we love the street rappers, but those decisions, man, can determine if you're going to be the guy 20, 30 years laughing at your ops because you rich, high on the hill, you got money, you can't live no better, your kids going to good schools, you got the flyest whip every other year, you know what I'm saying? You got paper in the bank, the fly cars, or you're going to be sitting in a jail cell for the rest of your life, or even worse, lose your life at a young age. Wow, man. So I just look at this as a cautionary tale and not just a story about rappers doing anything, wild, man. Even though it's interesting. Let's be real. We tune in for that. That's what we love. That's why I talk about it or whatnot, man. But, man, what do you guys, and I'm sorry, man, I've been neglecting the chat. What do you guys think the final situation or the ending is going to be for these cats? You know what I mean? Do you think that, do you guys think that there might be a possibility they could beat this, or because the feds are involved, they already need to say, you know what? They already need to say, you know what? Deal. Let's get a deal, dog. We need to work something out. What can I do? How many the least amount of years I can get? I ain't going to get the death penalty, obviously. And, I wanted to touch on this. This is something that's in the case file a lot of people haven't noticed either, is that Muwop and them, they've been changing lawyers a couple of times recently, right? They've been switching lawyers out. Why in the world, for what reason are they switching lawyers out left and right? I wonder, man. I don't know if it's the lawyer that's, that they originally had just wasn't working for them, or I don't know what it is, but it seems like if you look at, because you have to file legally every time you switch your lawyer, they've been switching out lawyers a couple of times. Y'all do me a favor and run those likes up, please. I see y'all in there. Y'all think they got treated like crash dummies? I mean, because let's be real. Dirk right now, come on, man. Dirk is probably richer than he's ever been. I don't know his finance. I don't know his books. Just on the outside looking in. Dirk is probably doing better in the rap game than he's ever done. Songs with Drake, everything like that. It was set up for all him and his homeboys to be all right. But you have this O Block situation. You have other people who are in Dirk's inner circle who are locked up right now. All over the country, bro. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it seems like he's kind of being left out there as the only guy. But he's got dudes in his circle who are still with him, and his team is still big, right? Crazy, man. You said I like Vaughn too much. Are you talking about me? Or are you talking about... I don't know, man. I put my homeboys on Vaughn before he died. Like, as soon as... What was it? What was the first song that I heard? I want to say it was Expose Me. I can't. But as soon as I heard dude, I knew. I was like, yo, that dude's going to be a star. And I know it's very cliche to say that, and a lot of people say that now. But as soon as I heard dude, I was like, yo, I don't know. Like, the way he's painting pictures, this coming from a real place. I'm getting 50 Cent vibes. I'm getting a real deal street dude. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. And that's all I wanted to talk about, man. That's all I wanted to talk about the FBG case and the O Block Rico case, a.k.a. the O Block Rico case. Because, I didn't touch on it all week. I wanted to save it till now and give my take. But, man, if you ask me personally, my personal feelings, I think they need to start working on some sort of deal. You know what I'm saying? Unless they clear-cut got some type of evidence that they can show that they are not involved in this situation or had nothing to do with it, man, it ain't a good look at all. All right. So next, man, let's talk about our final topic, man. And our final topic is this. I want to talk about YR Mookey, man. Now, YR Mookey, and let me change my background. Yeah, we'll leave it there. YR Mookey, man. Now, YR Mookey just had a tough day in court the other day, man. I want to say it was just the other day he was in court, and this is what went down, man. YR Mookey ended up catching, you know what I'm saying? Well, he caught a case, I want to say it was like about a year ago. But it looks like he got convicted, right? YR Mookey got convicted of firearms possession over gun in music video. This is similar to YR Slugger T. Now, if you guys don't remember, there was a sweeping indictment or an operation, man. And I want to say it was involving only YR members, this whole operation in Jacksonville that was set to just grab rappers. And rappers in the Duval County and Jacksonville community who were spreading gangster rap pretty much, who were talking that gangster stuff, finding ways to lock them up and everything. And the fact that YR Mookey and YR Slugger T got locked up for the original arrest ended up hurting them in the end. And you guys are going to understand why in a second. Now, YR Slugger T, he's the most recognizable person out of YR because he's the only Caucasian cat in the crew. You know, not saying that in a disparaging way. I got to foot stop that. And he's got a big red fro. You know what I'm saying? But he caught 7 years behind what happened, right? I think it's really 5 years. And I think he's done already a year. So they're so young, they'll be back, right? They'll be back. But will the rap game be there for them? I don't know. What I do want to talk about is the story with this headline that YR Mookey got convicted of firearms possession over gun in music video. Now, Jacksonville rapper YR Mookey was found guilty on possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And what's crazy is the same thing with YR Slugger T. Slugger T, he was only a convicted felon because of the original arrest from the sweep. If he wouldn't have got arrested that time when they did the operation that got them all sweeped up, his record would be a juvenile record with no felony arrest, and he would have just not got a slap on, maybe got a slap on the wrist, and he would be looking at less time. And it seems the same for YR Mookey. And YR Slugger T, he got locked up because they found a video of him holding a gun as a prior felon. Even though they didn't do felony time in jail behind that sweep, they still had a felony conviction on their records. That is so important, man. That, oh yeah, you think you got away with a crime, or not away with it, but you think you skated because you didn't do jail time. But on the record books, officially, you have a felony on your record. So you can't be around no guns. You can't do anything like that. Yeah, you might be home. You might be free. You might have only did a couple of months. But dog, you got a felony. You got to play accordingly. And obviously that came back to bite them. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not sure what their thinking was, and I can't speak for it. But yeah, that played into this in the end. Now, a jury convicted YR Mookey in a trial where prosecutors used a music video as evidence against him. The 22-year-old rapper was shown holding a modified AK-47, but his attorney said it was a prop. So if, like any attorney, it was like, yo, he's in a music video holding this weapon. It's a prop in the music video. It's not real. Those are not real guns. We've seen the same thing with the NBA YoungBoy situation, right? They want to say, yo, this is not real guns. He's not holding a real gun. It's not him holding a gun at all. You know what I mean? Because there's been times in the past where they've had air assault guns and stuff like that in videos. Let's be real. But nowadays, that ain't the case. These cats out here carrying that heat. They toting that driller. They doing it real. You know what I'm saying? These young cats be worrying me, man, because I don't know, man. They don't fight no more. It's wild, man. Now, it also says that YR Mookey, whose real name is Tyler Jackson, was arrested as a part of an investigation called Operation Wrap-Up. That's the investigation I was talking about. In 2019, Jacksonville police targeted convicted felons who were seen holding guns in music videos or social media posts, man. Let this be a lesson. I know y'all rappers be listening to me because sometimes y'all be hitting me up in the DM. Dog, don't be holding up, man. If you got a charge, if you got a case, don't even have the cats in the video. Just get creative, dog. Get creative, man, with your music videos because it can come back and bite you. Now, in quotations, it says, "We all know social media influences society in many ways," Jacksonville Sheriff Mike Williams said in 2019.
Most of them are positive, but unfortunately, these same advancements in technology also provide the criminal element with a new platform to promote their trade in the street culture market. So that was the Jacksonville Sheriff Mike Williams letting it be known that people could be possibly using social media as an avenue to promote themselves as being a gangster and promote the street culture as a market, and using social media as a market, which is like, duh. Yeah, a lot of people have done that, right? It helps artists promote themselves because people who live within the law, they look at them. I read this whole study about this, man, about, people like gangsters, man. People like outlaws. That's why the story of Billy the Kid will be told forever. Like, it's hundreds of years old now, and it's hundreds of years old now, and it's still being told, right? There's a reason for that. Rappers know that people like street culture and like bad, cats looking like they tough. So obviously they gonna market themselves that way if they live in that life. Even if they not living that life, sometimes they market themselves that way because they know it proves successful. Sorry about that. I had to take a sip of my drink. Now, Williams also added that these videos typically glorify drug use, they celebrate violence, and are often used to intimidate or threaten rival groups or gangs. Now, that is taken right out of the press release or the news conference after Operation Wrap Up. After Operation Wrap Up, that's exactly what he said. I remember because I did a video on it, and I listened to that thing like a million times. Now, beyond the firearms conviction, YR Mookey's gained attention. Man, they can't type sometimes. YR Mookey gained attention on social media when rumors claim fellow rapper Spot 'em Got 'em snitched on him. Spot 'em Got 'em denied the allegations in a recent interview on 99 Jams in Miami. Now, Spot 'em Got 'em, it's an interesting topic when you talk about that, right? And they referenced the interview on 99 Jams, so I'm going to play that for you, where Spot 'em Got 'em is these two VJs, and both of them are some ladies, and they called him on this. They actually brought it to him. And I know he's probably tired of hearing this and answering this question, but let's play it anyway, man. And y'all can hear what Spot 'em Got 'em said when he was confronted with the snitch allegations again. And it's crazy they brought that up in this story and said that a big part of that allegation is a part of YR Mookey's case, right? So let's play this right here. Yep, that's Spot 'em Got 'em.
Where new music lives, it's your girl Super Cindy.
Hey, I'm Jill Strata. We're here with Spot 'em Got 'em. So Spot 'em, we got to get into all the rumors about the snitching and all that. So they're saying you snitched on YR Mookey, and there's a lot of noise out there about it. Papers been leaked and all that, allegations flying around. What's your side of the story? Just let's set the record straight.
Nah, me and Mookie, we talked. It's some old shit. I don't know. Like, I never seen it, but I seen it on the internet. I guess the police put whatever the allegations they put. But me and Mookie, we cool. That's my brother. Like, he already know. That shit there, I don't know how I got it on the internet. Police put that shit out.
There's like I said,
then drop, and we both went to jail for like 21 days before it got out. And it was nothing after that. I never heard of you. It's just not coming out.
So the story is you guys both went to jail at the same time. And then what they're trying to say is during that time is when you snitched on him. But y'all are like best friends, right?
99 Jams next up, where new music lives. It's your girl Super Cindy.
Hey.
Okay, it ended there. My bad. It ended there. So basically, you heard what Spot 'em Got 'em said, man. He played his case. He said, yo, I ain't
Jill Strata. We're here with Spot 'em Got 'em.
Ah.
So Spot 'em, we got to get...
Be quiet. All right, so y'all heard what it said right there. So Spot 'em Got 'em pleaded his case. And to be real, I know Spot 'em Got 'em is down with Say Cheese. I think that's like, Say Cheese has something involved with that. And dude has been kind of doing his thing, just getting his money or whatever, right? And the snitching allegations, it really didn't hurt his career that much or whatnot. But to say it didn't have a lasting after effect, even if we're talking about it now, I'd be lying, man. Even though I rock with Say Cheese and all those cats, I would be lying because to be real, like, it seemed like that thing, like, took a dent out of his career as well. Like, dude, Spot 'em Got 'em isn't talked about as much as he used to be in our eyes. You feel me? What's up? Oh, my bad. We got a super chat, man. My bad. I hate to stop everything. Yo, my bad, dog. I've been neglected. Solo Hits said, Yo Gotti dollar for dollar challenge was rigged. Solo Hits also said, It was a great marketing plan, just rigged. Then we also had Solo Hits say, my bad, Solo Hits, I missed all your super chats, man. Say that it was rigged as well. All right, Solo Hits, my bad. And shout out to Solo Hits. I appreciate all the super chats that you sent in. And yo, I appreciate it. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Like, if you guys want to get something direct in, make sure you super chat it in. But man, let's get back to the story. And shout out Solo Hits. I appreciate that, dog, for real. Now, the story finishes by saying these things. It says that, in quotations, I guess the police put whatever the allegation they put, but me and Mookey, we cool, he said. That's my brother. And basically reiterating what Spot 'em Got 'em said on that post. Now, I don't think that Spot 'em Got 'em had any, I don't know. I can't say that. Let me stop. Let me put up the brakes. I don't know if Spot 'em Got 'em had any part to play in YR Mookey getting locked up, but he definitely got convicted. So what's going to happen now? So it looks like they're waiting for like 2 months, and he's going to see sentencing. I think it's not even 2 months. In like another month in March, he's going to go in front of a jury to find out what his sentence is. So they're saying, and let me reference this story from First Coast News. It says, family reacts to guilty verdict for rapper Tyler Jackson, a.k.a. YR Mookey. Ultimately, after nearly 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Jackson guilty. Jackson is in custody, held without bond, awaiting sentencing. Now, they go and talk about some of the same things that they talked about in that story, but I want to also touch on what he's looking at. So here it goes. It says, in this portion of that story, ultimately, nearly 3 hours after deliberation, the jury found Jackson guilty. Jackson is in custody, held without bond, awaiting sentencing. He is scheduled to be back in court March 14th to set a day for sentencing. Jackson could face up to 30 years in state prison. So he's looking at 30 years state time if he's found guilty and given a maximum sentence. Now, do I think that he's going to get a maximum sentence? I don't know. Dude this young and only one other prior conviction, I don't know. We'll see. But it looks like his family is reaching out to the court because they want mercy for him. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see him locked up for 30 years because if he gets a 30-year sentence, man, you could pretty much cancel everything, dog. Even if you're only 20 years old, dog. Like, everything. Like, that's getting back on the streets when you're 50 potentially. You know, that's crazy, bro. I couldn't even imagine, you know, how much the world would change from here to then. And how many people wouldn't even be here who even knew you were a rapper back in the day. It would be crazy, man. But I think with this YR Mookey story, just to close things out, I think, man, this is just a telltale sign of just being more careful with what you're doing out there as an artist, man. Because to be real, YR Mookey and Slugger T, they had a good song with Pooh Shiesty that was coming. But it seems like these cats were too busy too busy on social media doing things that could possibly get them caught up. I'll say that much, right? And hopefully, man, it doesn't have any long-lasting effects on them, you know, in their lives, and they could potentially get lighter sentences and come back and at least get to doing something, even if it ain't rap, right? And that's what it is. Now, what do you guys think about this, man? I know this has been a rather long live. You know me, man. I am the king of doing short lives. I usually do a live between 45, 50 minutes, maybe an hour sometimes, mostly around an hour, 3 minutes, something like that. And today I wanted to touch on all of these topics and really get in depth with each of them. You know what I mean? And for those of you who probably need a recap or showed up late, the things that we talked about, you'll be able to go back and listen to later, was the Yo Gotti situation with this challenge and how a lot of people thought it was rigged, right? We also talked about FBG Duck, the Rico case, and all that information because I hadn't had an opportunity to talk about that prior. And then we talked about, oh, my bad, you guys. And then we talked about the fact that, about the FBG Duck case, man. And we also ended it with YR Mookey. But to be real, that's all we got for this week, man. I want to touch on some other things, man. We're going to be back on our regular schedule. Be ready to see me at this time each and every week, man. We're going to be talking on live. We're going to be discussing all of these things. And I see I faded to black for a second on y'all. But do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop one of these lives. And this been your boy Big Man, and we out of here. Peace. Oh, yeah. And shout out the chat. I know I was jumping back and forth between the chat and talking about those stories, but all those were really long reports, and I wanted to make sure I got my spin on it and got my opinion out there. Do me a favor. Everybody hit that like button on the way out, and I will catch you on another live next week. And as always, we're going to be dropping the videos each and every day about the latest hip-hop topics. Peace.